Okay, let's put the spotlight on the oil and gas sector and how some of the budget moves will impact those stocks, especially the ad valorem cess on crude. Mayank Ashar, Managing Director and CEO of Cairn India, joining us now. Mayank, thanks so much for being with us. Now, on the ad valorem cess announcement, that's at 20% versus the estimate of 10%. Opportunity cost-wise, what's the kind of dent or impact that Cairn is likely to see?
Sure, I'll give you the numbers in terms of dollars a barrel. The current cess is about $9.50 a barrel. And if we had received 8% cess, it would have been, the $9 would have been reduced to about $3 a barrel. Instead, at 20% cess, the $9 is reduced to $7 a barrel. So rather than 9 going to 3, as a burden, the 9 went to 7. So there's still a gap, but we appreciate the government taking the first step, and we need to continue to dialogue. You know, the oil prices are very volatile, and every little bit helps. So we're glad that the budget recognized in principle that the cess was out of whack. And we will continue to dialogue the industry and the government to make sure that the burden is fair for both parties, because it's important that the industry not be burdened so much that it crowds out potential investment.
There was some commentary as well on ultra-deep water, high pressure and high temperature field gas finds. No numbers were given, just that it would be priced in accordance with the landed price of alternative fuels and that it would be calibrated. Will this, in the long run, incentivize deep water gas investments? Because we didn't see the kind of reaction we thought we would on that announcement.
I think this is a very good development because, you know, market prices have a way of allocating capital very efficiently. The gas price formula that we had before was not representative of the industry cost structure, especially in deep offshore. So I believe this change is very good. I understand the details will be coming out in time, but this is a good development for the industry.
Okay, new gas discoveries will also be able to avail a higher premium or, extend the formulation price. Just take us through how that's going to work, and also if you could give us the latest on the Rajasthan gas field.
Yeah, as far as Cairn and Rajasthan gas is concerned, the new developments that the government talked about in terms of deep offshore, it doesn't impact it. The pricing for our gas in Rajasthan is governed by the PSC, and it is not subject to the formula price that exists. So to some extent, the Rajasthan gas is quite independent of the improvements in gas pricing that the government is proposing for deep offshore.
Okay, I also realize the export matter is sub judice, Mayank, but if you could tell us about the kind of significance, for the company and also particularly on the remunerative price front. Are prices rational right now? I mean, what are you really hoping for on that front?
You know, what I would say, that's a great question. What is the price rational for any commodity or any item? And you know from Economics 101 and free market that in a liquid market with many buyers and sellers, there is price determination, and that is the best way. You know, that's what government does when it auctions off the coal blocks. It auctions off to broad supply and demand. The fundamental issue on crude price is what is the right price, is to ensure that there is healthy competition for that. And we would suggest that to the extent that there is visibility to those barrels from a very broad range of buyers, you have a higher probability of getting the true market price.
Okay, any progress on the enhanced oil recovery program, particularly in Rajasthan?
We are delighted with the enhanced oil recovery program that we have in the Mangala field. We are injecting some 400,000 barrels a day of polymer in the field. We are getting the response which is exactly as we expected. And as a result of this, some 20,000 barrels a day production is coming out from our fields because of EOR. It's a very complex project, and this is the largest EOR project in the world. So to be able to build this project, have it perform in complex reservoirs is a great achievement of the people at Cairn. I'm very proud of them.
All right. So just your overall outlook on the exploration space, better times ahead. You've already seen a very, very difficult period. Leave us with a sense of what's to come.
I definitely see better days ahead. I have seen many cycles over the past 35 years and lived through many of them. One thing is for sure that it is a cycle, and it is a commodity cycle. There is volatility, and it's absolutely unmistakable that the prices that we have at sub $30 are unsustainable. They're unsustainable in India, unsustainable in Asia, unsustainable all over the world, and one would say even unsustainable for Saudi Arabia. But it takes time. The world has a lot of excess inventory that was built up, and at these prices, you are seeing a supply response. The shale oil is being cut back. The oil sands production is being affected. The offshore investment is affected. So with this, the supply is being curtailed. The inventories will get tighter, and the IEA is forecasting that the trough of oil prices is likely in the first quarter of calendar 2016. So I am hopeful, and the analyst in me is somewhat confident that there will be a slow recovery on prices from here on in.
Thank you, Mayank, for joining us today. Great to hear some of what is happening at Cairn and what you're looking forward to as well.